far-right Representative Marjorie Taylor Greene on Friday filed a motion to oust Speaker Mike Johnson, doing so just as the House voted to avoid a government shutdown. Johnson, Republican of Louisiana, has served as Speaker for 5 months, having taken over for Kevin McCarthy, who was ousted from the top job under a similar process. It was not immediately clear how the House would act on her motion, which requires just a majority vote to remove the Speaker. Greene, Republican of Georgia, did not file the motion as privilege, which would force a vote within 2 legislative days, but instead as a regular motion, which could be referred to a committee where it would likely languish. Greene told reporters that after a motion to vacate was more of a warning than a pink slip, saying she does not want to throw the House into chaos, like the 3.5 weeks the chamber went without a speaker when McCarthy, her close ally, was ousted. I'm not saying that it won't happen in 2 weeks or it won't happen in a month or who knows when, but I am saying the clock has started. It's time for our conference to choose a new speaker, she said. She also said she has not discussed the motion with former President Donald Trump. The House left for a 2 week recess Friday and won't consider the motion until it returns. An official familiar with the process told NBC News. The House will return to session April 9th. Ross Saw, a spokesman for Johnson, said the Speaker's focus is on governing. He will continue to push conservative legislation that secures our borders, strengthens our national defense, and demonstrates how we'll grow our majority. Representative Matt Gaetz, who forced a vote to remove McCarthy as Speaker, told reporters Thursday he doesn't support a motion to vacate the chair and evict Johnson. If we vacate the Speaker, we'd end up with a Democrat, Gaetz told reporters. When I vacated the last one, I made a promise to the country that we would not end up with a Democrat Speaker, and I was right. I couldn't make that promise again. Asked how that could happen, Gaetz said, we have Republicans cross over. I worry that we've got Republicans who would vote for Hakeem Jeffries at this point. I really do. I take no joy in saying that. But you can only vacate the Speaker if you know that the party leadership won't change hands. I knew that with certainty last time. I don't know it with certainty this time. Gates' move against McCarthy led to the first time in U.S. history that a House Speaker was removed in the middle of a session. It sparked weeks of chaos in the thin Republican majority as they scrambled to find a replacement before settling on Johnson. Some moderate Democrats have previously said they would vote to save Johnson if someone attempted to oust him. Now that I've love for the current Speaker to avoid another fight over replacement that would bring all business in the House to a halt. Okay, so there they go into some of the people that would have supported this man. Um, so we've discussed before, Greene is not an actual legislator or congressman in the traditional sense of being someone that wants to improve the lives of her constituents, and that's why she does the things she does. No, she's there for performative measures that are not actually going to benefit a single human being at all. This is why you have this new speaker, who, whether you like him or not, and I don't, is someone that was basically a compromise person, right? A couple of people got rid of McCarthy with the Democrats, and the Republicans needed someone, and now here we are, not even a year later, not even half a year later, actually, and it seems very likely that the same thing is going to start happening again because Greene's talking about this is a warning shot. It's like, but a warning of what? Your own party appears, by all accounts, to not be on board with getting rid of this man. See, McCarthy is someone where it's like the writing on the wall for him not being a person that should have ever been speaker was already there. I mean, we can go back to 2015 and how Paul Ryan was picked as the Speaker of the House because a lot of conservatives really did not want McCarthy. But now you look at this current process with Johnson, and it just seems as if every time they do something that individual members of their conference don't like, they have no problem saying, yeah, I guess we'll just get rid of you too. And it's really dangerous. I mean, I guess I'll put it this way. Um, in both chambers of Congress, there is a Democratic leader, a Republican leader. And you would never see, for as bad as the Democrats are and have been for many years, them say, you know what? Pelosi didn't pass what I wanted. All right, let's try to get rid of her. Oh, Jeffries, he didn't do what I like. All right, let's try to get rid of him. Even the more progressive leaning Democrats would still never try to create like a party civil war. But this is why the Republicans are going to keep losing. And really, not even just elections. Like that statement from Johnson spokes talking about we're trying to grow our majority. That's not happening. You're going to lose the House this year. That is almost guaranteed. They're going to lose the House, and unfortunately, before they lose the House, they're going to do more damage by just not accomplishing anything. We might have another shutdown before they lose the House. It looks like things are just going to keep being very unproductive because Congress is not based around actually improving people's lives. Most of these representatives are there to get more and more terms to presumably grow their influence and get their face on TV. And that's exactly what Greene is doing here. She knew that this measure had no chance of passing. She knew that Johnson wasn't going to say, "Oh my God, Representative Greene filed this motion to vacate me. I guess I have to leave." No, she knew that this had no chance of actually going anywhere, at least this time around. But because she wants to get her name on TV, get some interviews, get her name in the paper, headlines, whatever, she does little performative stuff like this. Remember, she's the same person that was trying to start the impeachment process in the Biden not even 48 hours after the man that had taken the oath of office. So it's just this is what she does. This is what they do, and I'm really embarrassed that this is my government.